We are currently living in a period where two seemingly opposite worlds are beginning to overlap: the high-tech world of Silicon Valley and the ancient world of religious prophecy. For the secular observer, the rise of artificial intelligence and digital IDs represents a potential technological dystopia, a future where algorithms and biometric surveillance dictate who can work, travel, or even participate in society. However, for those looking through the lens of history and scripture, these technological advancements are not just progress. They are seen as the final pieces of a master timeline that has been predicted for centuries. This video explores how modern geopolitical conflicts, specifically the tensions involving Israel and Iran, are being timed according to a specific sacred calendar to achieve a final, global objective. To understand current global tensions, one must understand that certain elite groups operate on a timeline dictated by ancient holidays. These are not merely dates of celebration. They are used as military and political milestones. The Purim milestone. Historically, the holiday of Purim celebrates a victory over a Persian threat. In the modern context, we see military actions against Iran being timed almost exactly with this holiday. This is not a coincidence. It is a symbolic cleaning of perceived threats, according to a script written thousands of years ago. The Passover cleaning, following Purim, is Passover. In this tradition, the period involves cleaning the household of all leaven. In a geopolitical sense, this is interpreted as purging the world of impurities or enemies before a major manifestation can occur. The Sukkot finality. The most significant date on this timeline is Sukkot, also known as the Feast of Tabernacles. This is viewed by some as the final prophecy. The goal is for the world to reach a point of total recognition by this date, a moment where a new global leader, or Messiah, can finally manifest while the world is in a state of orchestrated celebration. While the geopolitical stage is being set, a technological infrastructure is being built to support it. The secular fear of a digital ID system, where dissenters can be switched off from the economy, mirrors the ancient prophecy of the mark of the beast. According to these traditions, a figure known as the Antichrist, referred to in some traditions as the Dajjal or the Great Deceiver, will eventually rule from a central point of power. This figure will demand total allegiance, enforced by a mark. Without this mark or digital permission, no human will be able to buy, sell, or conduct business. This convergence of biometric technology and ancient warning suggests that the dystopia secular thinkers fear is the exact same event that religious texts have warned of for millennia. As the timeline moves toward its conclusion, three major worldviews are tracking the same events, but through different lenses. The Jewish perspective. The focus is on the establishment of a greater territory and the preparation for a Messiah who will rule as a King of Kings. They are waiting for all people to eventually recognize their victory, specifically around the time of the autumn festivals. The Christian perspective. This view anticipates a period of great tribulation. They believe that as the world descends into chaos, there will be visual phenomena, weird occurrences in the clouds, and a final confrontation with an Antichrist who will eventually reveal himself by committing abominations, such as legalizing acts that are fundamentally against natural law. The Islamic perspective. This tradition predicts the rise of a guided leader, the Mahdi, who will emerge during a time of extreme internal conflict and global injustice. Interestingly, this leader's first struggle is said to be against those within the region who refuse to recognize the truth, followed by a final battle against an army that will be miraculously defeated. This perspective emphasizes a return to divine law and the ultimate defeat of the deceiver by a returning prophet. A central part of this final era involves the forces of Gog and Magog. While some historians try to link these to specific modern nations, the deeper interpretation suggests these are not standard human armies. They are described as a vast, overwhelming force that will consume the Earth's resources, specifically water and vegetation, at an unsustainable rate, leaving devastation in their wake. The sources suggest that the finality of this period involves a cleansing fire that will emerge from the depths of the Earth itself, specifically from the south. This fire will not fall from the sky, but will drive all people toward a final point of gathering, signaling the ultimate conclusion of the master timeline. If these events are so significant, why isn't the general public paying attention? The answer lies in the equation of ease. Modern science and technological advancement have been designed to prioritize convenience and comfort. By making life as easy as possible through luxury, entertainment, and instant gratification, the human spirit becomes distracted. When we are lost in the pursuit of ease, we stop seeking spiritual growth, self-improvement, or the tough truth. This state of constant indulgence acts as a cosmetic layer that blinds the masses to the master timeline unfolding right in front of them. The conclusion is clear. We are moving past the era of being mere spectators. To survive a world ruled by digital IDs and orchestrated conflicts, the solution is not just awareness, it is competence. The sources suggest that the only way to resist this system is to become highly skilled and indispensable in your field, whether that is law, physics, or technology. We must treat ancient wisdom not just as a religious text to be recited, but as a research tool for understanding the reality of the universe. By networking together and building a source code for a new, independent way of living, we can prepare for the storm that is coming. The stars are visible, the calendar is moving, and the technology is ready. The question is, will you be a victim of the timeline, or will you understand the code?